And now, Jabroni Studios, in association with Big Herm Productions, is proud to present to you, recording from an undisclosed location in Oakdale, Connecticut, it's Chris Burns, it's Chris Lynch, this is Dysfunction Junction.
Welcome, everybody, to the train ride from hell and the non-stop to nowhere. Look out the window. The signpost says, welcome to Dysfunction Junction.
Fuck yeah.
My name is Chris Burns. Conspicuous by his absence, Chris Lynch. He will be back in a few weeks. We wish him well. But, of course, Big Herm is still here with us.
Yep.
And sitting here with us today are Mike and Adam from Two Brothers Extreme Paranormal. How you guys doing?
On, guys?
How's it going?
Going great. Beautiful place we're sitting in.
Thank you.
The Cronin Castle.
Nice.
Mrs. Cronin watching us like a hawk so we don't misbehave ourselves. And that's all well and good. So you know what I like to do when people are watching over me and wanting me not to misbehave? It makes me want to misbehave a little more. Do you have a quick hit this week?
No, I do not.
I do. I'm bringing back the segment from last week.
Ooh.
Because we got a lot of good feedback on it, guys. Are you ready for this? Are you sure?
Let's go.
We're going to be talking about some real creepy shit going on in just a little while. But first, we want to bring you 1-star strip club reviews.
Ooh, this sounds excellent.
These are not places Paul Stanley is singing about, I want you to know. As we learned last week, can I tell them about last week?
Absolutely.
Do you listen to the show?
Yeah, I've been listening.
Did you listen last week?
Yes, I did.
Did you hear the 9-year-old who left a review of a strip club?
Yes.
That was awesome.
Banana C is our hero, man.
He really is. So I did some digging. We're going to go on a little United States tour here today. We're going to start right here in Waterbury, Connecticut. This is Mr. Happy's Cafe.
Oh, close to home.
Yes.
Mr. Happy's.
Mr. Happy's. I know Mr. Happy.
You know Mr. Happy's?
Yes, Mr.
I know Happy Harry's out on the strip in Berlin, but that's not a strip joint. That's a liquor store.
Yeah.
And he knows me by face. I've been there so many times. Anyway, Evan J. says about 7 months ago, 1 star, by the look of this place, I feel like I would get airborne syphilis. Yeah, you're giving me the look. Go ahead.
That's a thing?
If it is, it's going to happen at Mr. Happy's Cafe in Waterbury, Connecticut.
Is that the new COVID?
It might be. You're going to need to get your airborne syphilis shot, sir.
And a booster.
And a titty dance. Oh, am I allowed to say titty in front of your wife?
Absolutely.
Uh-huh.
Okay, she had the face on.
Yeah. Hey, she's the one here watching right now, right?
Okay. we're
I'll go anywhere else. Just stay here.
We're going to go across the country. You got 2 from L.A. This is from Foreplay Gentlemen's Club in L.A. I can't even say this name, so I'm going to spell it out. JPLXYNZ1 left a review. 1 star. I got ringworm from this place. It's disgusting.
A ringworm?
Yeah.
What is
Exactly. Somebody ask the question, please.
How do you...
Did he shove something in himself? That wasn't?
So you know what? It
There
might have been a dirty potty.
There had to be some kind of contact
They
there.
did not say. But the review underneath it is, this is the literal definition of ew.
Smell my finger.
That's there is something seriously wrong with you. Let's stay in Los
There was a lot
Angeles.
of liquor.
We're going to go to Platinum Showgirls in Los
the
Angeles.
City of Angels.
Yes. And Lily Syrup says, 1 star, if duct tape shoes and Hennessy ass tattoos is your thing, then this is the place you want to be.
I'm in.
I don't know. I'd like to
Sounds
see,
like a party.
I'd like to see the duct tape
I'd
shoes.
like to see
Does
the
that
duct
work?
tape shoes.
Yeah.
I mean, ass tattoos? What's wrong with that?
Yeah, but Hennessy ass tattoos.
Yeah.
I mean, Hennessy's not that bad.
No, the bottle's shaped nice. If you get a nice
Mhm.
Hennessy-shaped
the
ass.
duct tapes keeping the
See,
soul
Adam's
up.
getting into this. I like this.
Duct tape, too? I mean, what's wrong with duct tape?
Does
If
it
you can't
rotate?
duct it, fuck it.
See, I knew this would go sideways quick.
See? Very fast. Very,
All right,
very fast.
we're moving from LA. We are going to go to Dallas. And this is the one I warned you about.
The Lone Star
Is that where the
State.
cowgirls go out, or Cowboys cheerleaders go afterwards?
Probably because the players ain't worth a shit. Now, I'm going to read this verbatim. Mike, I warned you about this in the car.
Oh, yes. Yes, you did.
This is PT's Men's Club in Dallas. The reviewer 2 months ago is named Van Nee Lian, Lian. Reading this exactly how it is typed. Bear with me. This worst place I ever been. I come from Japan. They do not respect people. I don't know the name. He is the white man. He is so bad and don't respect people. I think the Iron Sheik wrote this and just used Van's
Iron
name.
Sheik, always positive.
The worst place I ever been. I recommend you all don't go to this place. This place is bad. Worst, and then 12 thumbs down emojis. 12. I counted them.
12.
No more going this place. Really regret. I want to back my money. All right, Van. I want to back my money. I'm thinking he's meaning he wants his money back.
Yes, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking there's a language conversion barrier somewhere.
Or the Google Translate didn't work.
only have 1 kila.
All right, Van, I like your review here, but you got to add some more. Other than the white man, there's nothing here.
Look, I gotta be honest.
Are the dancers cute?
Look, I'm gonna be honest.
Go ahead.
Look, if it was a white dude and he was like, it was a black guy, like that's just you gotta have some more than that, man. It's like it was the white guy, like so there was one white dude in the whole club,
and he was bad.
He
don't respect the people.
He only one white guy. Just one.
I want the 2 Coca-Cola in can.
Coca-Cola
And he
in
take
can.
10 minutes.
That's right.
You know, and I know,
5-10 minutes.
and I know we're making fun of the way he wrote it. And,
we're going to hell.
We're all
That's all
going
there
to
is
hell,
to it.
and it's okay.
I got a condo there. It's pretty nice.
Do you?
I'm good with
Yeah,
it.
it's always warm.
Oh, hell is going to come up in one of these.
I'll take the Hell Express, but I need a better review. So there was only one white dude at the whole.
Well, think
club.
about some of the ones we had
Where was
last
the
week.
club? Maybe you shouldn't have been in that
It was
part
in
of
Dallas.
town.
Why in Dallas? There's a lot of things that could go wrong. What I want to know is
like,
how were the dancers?
ask
How
the
was the
football
prime
team.
rib? Was the beer cheap? Did you get a happy ending? What are the things that made this a 1-star review, Van? Wherever you are,
The white guy,
down.
because the white guy was very mean.
I always wanted to know. Can we respond to reviews or just the owner when you see those? I'm sorry you had a bad time at our Tits for Tits
I
establishment.
think it's just the owner, but are you on Reddit? You have to be like on Reddit.
Oh no, these are all on Google.
Oh, I don't know if you can respond to that. It might just be the owner.
Well,
Yeah, I think it's just the owner that responds to those.
damn it! I want to know
Is there
more.
a reply?
These are all screenshots from the
gotcha.
research I've done over the last couple days. No, I'm not. I will try to reply. I want more information out of Van. We're going to go to Cleveland, home of the ugly girl. Sorry to my family out in Cleveland. We're going to Larry Flint's Hustler Club.
He's not wrong, though.
No, he's not. All right, let's see. Court with 3 T's. Okay, Court, you're not cool. Let's stop it right now. 1 star 6 months ago. If I could give it 0 stars, I would. I got my phone and my money stolen by the dancer, the bitch known as Ivana Barrios. This is the place to go if you want to get robbed by the ratchet-ass dancers. God. What are you doing with your phone, Court? Are you filming the dance? Are you showing your new iPhone 13? Look, I got a new iPhone 13, and then she robs you?
Yeah, well, you know.
Last time I knew, your phone goes in your pocket.
Yeah. I'm certainly not going to...
Yeah,
And just because you
Dude,
gave
no
You're not even
phones.
supposed to take
all
phones
your
out.
money
No
to
phones
see
allowed
some
at the
nasty
stage,
titties,
bro. No phones on the stage.
you didn't get robbed. You
This
gave
reminds me when I used to work as a DJ at the strip club, literally making that announcement. Gentlemen, I know the ladies are hot, but no phones allowed at the stage, please.
Absolutely. Finish your
phones
point, because
at
you
the
were making a
stage.
really good point, Adam.
All right, so he probably lost their phone because they got way too drunk because they can't handle their liquor.
Right.
And then they woke up with no money because they gave it all to see some nasty titties.
Tits for tips. That's it.
They
That's
didn't
the
get
name of the
robbed.
place.
That's
Tits
the
for
name-
tips.
when we get huge.
That's the
Found
name of the
a long
big.
time.
That's the name of the strip joint. Tits for tips.
All right, where are we going next? Indianapolis.
Oh,
Oh,
Former
okay.
stomping
All
ground
right.
of mine. This
All
is
right.
Jaguars. And Lene H. 1 star. This was 3 years ago, but I couldn't ignore it. If you like beanbag bodies and fairy tale names, this is the place for you. Hell has better entertainment than Jaguars. Makes me want to go there just to check it
Yeah,
out.
now I have to go there. Just
beanbag bodies.
Beanbag bodies
I'm
and
curious,
fairy
and that's
tale
the-
Does
names.
the
to see that.
beanbag bodies come with flapperjack titties?
Listen to you. We might fire Lynch and hire Adam.
maybe it could happen.
It could happen. You're dynamite drop-ins, kid. I'm
I mean,
enjoying the shit
come
out of
on.
this.
If you're gonna have beanbag bodies, they gotta have flapperjack titties.
There you go. You roll them up, lick them, and
Yep,
put them
Stick
back.
'em back. Yeah.
And then when they bounce, they go.
like the ears on Pluto, just flap.
Yo,
If
Okay, I broke my own rule. I apologize. I didn't see you had the beverage up to your lips. I won't do that again.
And the thing is, if you get a fan blowing fast enough, it'll be like was it the Dumbo there? Woo! The elephant that can fly. They flap in the wind.
Now this last one is never going to be as good as Banana Sea, but
Never.
This is a place that Mike and I have been to. Chances are, Adam's been. I'm not going to blow up your spot because your wife's in the room and she's watching us like a hawk. Have you ever been to the Foxy Lady in Providence?
No.
I pulled up in front of it.
Okay. Have you been to the Foxy Lady in Providence?
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh,
You with the head.
me? Yes,
Yeah.
I am. I was doing something
Okay.
off the side.
Now I'm
with-
going to do
with
one more
of our
thing.
guests.
Have you ever been to the Foxy Lady in Providence, Mrs. Cronin?
Bunch of times. I've been a bunch of times. I used to go up there for the legs and eggs.
Legs and
No,
eggs.
she says no.
Foxy Lady? Hell yeah.
Legs and eggs.
Exit 6A, Oxford Center, Massachusetts, baby. What's up? I know the exit, 6A. You go down the road. at
Oh,
the
you're
second-
talking about the offshoot. I'm talking about the big one in Providence.
Oh, no. I'm talking about the one in Massachusetts.
Oh, no, in Webster.
Oh, yeah. I've been there, too.
Yeah. Oh, well, you may not want to go to the one in Providence after you hear this review. This is Abby, a 1-star review. This was 6 years ago. Hopefully something has changed, but when I sent this to you, I could picture you on the other end doing that belly laugh. Almost as good as Banana Sea. Here comes Abby.
No, it's better. Read it, dude.
All right, here it comes. 1 star. All the girls here smell like cheese. Yes, cheese. Like they were rolling in it. Thick and yellow, cheap government cheese.
Government cheese!
And one of them is a tall man-like figure. She smelt the most like cheese and cheese byproduct. Wow.
She was pretty handsome.
Look at her. She's got the nicest eyes, the cutest lips, the most darling Adam's apple you've ever seen.
So round.
Her first name's Sheila, but we call her Bruce.
His name is Bruce.
Go ahead, Adam.
At least it didn't smell like fish.
What
I
was
don't know. Cheese, fish. I don't know.
Well, they actually maybe they say if it smells like fish, eat it like a dish. Mm-hmm. So I mean, maybe fish is
It
better
smells
than
like
cheese.
cologne, you leave it alone.
Yeah.
And if it smells like cheese, don't say please. I don't know. I can't.
Yeah, there we. That's good. I like that one. Okay.
Don't throw her any extra. Don't make it rain. That was 1-star strip club review.
This show
for the
just
week.
went right to the bottom of the gutter.
You know what? I'm saying it now. Adam's going to be a recurring guest. I
Real
don't care if it's by
fucking fast,
phone.
bro. Real
It's like we'll let Adam dig up some 1-star reviews and have him read them. This would be great. But we're here for one reason only. We're going to pimp out this rather new experience you guys are doing, the Two Brothers Extreme Paranormal. Mike, I've known you for a couple years. Adam, we met, 30, 40 minutes ago.
Yeah.
So tell me how this started. How did you guys get into the paranormal business?
Well, I've worked for a couple teams for, I don't know. I started at around 20 when I was in my 20 years old. I started with a team out of Newington. I worked with them for a couple years, side projects here and there. They wanted full-time service. I couldn't because I worked Monday through Friday. So I did a couple weekend jobs with them, which actually got us involved with TAPS out of Rhode Island.
Nice.
We were their side team where if anything was small enough but they wanted to put on TV, go to that location and let us know. So I would email Jason and say, hey, is it worth it? Is it not worth it? I would give him the answer.
Almost like you would vet it. You would vet.
Yes.
You were
Yeah,
vetting
We're like
the.
the branch off.
You were vetting the location
Yeah.
first, and then
Yes.
sending the big guns
Okay,
in.
yeah,
if
here's
it's
this,
worth
you know, I
something.
don't
We'll give the peons this, and the
Yeah.
TV stars will take
Yeah,
it.
Yeah.
you got to start somewhere.
Yeah. pretty much.
You're an advance man, like the advance man for a band goes to a venue.
Right.
I'd like to play here, or hell no,
Yep.
there's piss on the ground, shit piles like at this school, and for
Yeah.
and you could probably catch a ringworm from a bad potty,
Yep. But that's pretty much where I started. I started doing stuff like that. Branched off, worked with another team out of Newington for a while. Then joined one of my buddies who's a drummer in a classic rock band out of Middletown. Roland, we're Recon Supernatural Syndicate. So we were working together for a while, and then COVID hit and kind of slowed down a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So met him through my wife's good friend a while ago. I mean, we've known each other for 5 years now too, 4 or 5 years. And we were talking about it one day, about the whole paranormal thing, and with COVID going on, there's nothing going around. So I was like, "Well, what do you think about the idea?" And he goes, "I love it." So we ended up driving up down the East Coast, finding places just
We got in a
to
car.
find. And we're like, oh, you know what? We're like brothers. We kind of, let's call it Two Brothers Extreme. Because we want to go to the most extreme locations that nobody dares to go to or they won't go back to.
Right.
So we love fear. Fear's our favorite thing. We love to push it to the limit.
And yes, we do run out screaming in some places.
That was going to be a question later on.
Who you are.
There's been a
That's
couple
on my list.
Okay, so we might as well ask it now. I said something, you're a race fan like me,
Yep.
and when I saw that 21 car take a tumble, I said, that's the first time that young man at 21 years old shot himself as an adult.
Pretty much, yeah.
What was your scariest shit myself moment at one of these things?
Mine was with one of the other teams I used to work with. We did the Insane Asylum in New Britain. Which go to find out while we were in there, they were filming. Twisted Pictures was in there filming the movie Saw. In part of the wing.
No shit.
So they're like, okay, you only have access to this one area. This half of the building, they're using this other half. So we went into this one area, and the challenge was, if you draw the short straw, you're going in the morgue for an hour by yourself. So, guess who drew the short straw?
I'm going to take a wild leap of faith and say it was you, Mike.
Yeah. So they put me inside the actual cooler on the slide. Put me in there, but left the door open, turned all the lights off, and left for an hour. The whole time I was in there, you heard the footsteps, you heard the drawers opening, closing. I made it for an hour, but I don't know how. I told him, I don't ever do that to me again.
Nope.
I came out, I was at full, I need to leave.
You were in a raging effing sprint
I was
toward
like,
the door.
I gotta get out of here.
You were the Flash without the suit.
Yeah, I'm like this. I made it the hour, but come on.
I was going to ask you, do you ever bring, regular Joes? I know you guys are both into the fair. You're looking into this. You're trying to find what you're trying to find. You ever get someone that says, hey, I want to go with you to
We get
whatever?
it all the time, but the problem is the locations we go to, liability reasons, we don't want things to happen to them. I mean, we have crosses. We do the opening, closing prayers. We make sure we're 100% secure, but we don't know the people that want to come with us.
Right.
We don't want to be responsible if something happens to them, if they get hurt, whatever. It's a big liability issue.
Right.
Yeah, or they
Huge
get
liability
something
issue.
attaches to them.
I mean, we went to the Conjuring House 2 months ago.
Ooh.
We did the Conjuring House. We went in at 7:30 at night and left at 5 in the morning. And that was a fun place.
The fact that he could say, look, and you can see it in Herman's face, it was a fun place.
That was fun.
it was fun.
It was
Six
really
Flags
fun.
is a fun place.
Yeah.
That's
No,
scary
Six
shit
Like
you're
I
talking
said, I
about.
love
Disney
fear.
World is a fun place.
Right?
I
Walmart can be a fun
the
place.
feeling of being, I don't know, it's weird. I just love the fear feeling.
No,
It's an
I get it.
adrenaline rush, you know?
I mean, the cool thing about the Conjuring House is the one thing I told Mike was, look, I don't care about this place. I love it. I want to go in it. But as long as I don't see the damn fucking nun.
He's got a photo of it. He took a photo of it. One of the photos in the mirror at the Conjuring House was the nun in the mirror.
No shit.
Yeah, the one thing I didn't want to see.
You saw.
You
said
got
hi.
on it. Oh my lord.
And I literally went,
Surprise.
fuck. And he goes, what? I was like, do not look to your left. And he goes, why? And I
And
looked
what do
to
you
the
do? And literally, what do you do? Like, don't look to your left.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I looked to the left again, and guess who was still there?
Well,
The
it's
fun part of what I do to him is I try to find the most fucked up locations possible, and I go, hey, guess what? We're going to New Jersey this weekend, without giving him much details of where we're going.
Oh, okay, cool. I like New Jersey. Let's go.
I got friends
Well,
in
then
New
I
Jersey.
thought it was another cool idea at the Conjuring House was, there's a chair in the library with a bunch of Raggedy Ann dolls.
Uh-huh.
And, well, I didn't want to be rude and sit on them. So I picked them up and I put them on my lap like a friend. I never been more raged in my life. Ask him. I was just so angered that I couldn't even get up.
This is from the well at the Conjuring House. They gave us that afterwards. They took water out of the well.
For the listeners at home,
Yeah.
he's showing us a little tiny vial
Yeah.
of water.
It's got the well water from the
well.
Conjuring House.
When he turned it, I saw the bubble. I did.
Yeah.
From the well at the Conjuring House.
Yep, they gave it to us. They gave that to us at the end of the night. But we met the owner of the house. It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
They still live there during the whole thing. They blocked themselves off in a corner of a house. They made it into a living room, bedroom, bathroom type thing. And then the other houses, they leave it for the spirits. They let them be.
Yeah.
But 2 shepherds, beautiful dogs. As soon as you pull in, they came right up to us. They introduced themselves. Greatest people ever. They're from Maine.
Okay. And they still live there.
It's up for sale again.
Okay.
They just put it up for sale again.
That's like you.
I wish I could buy it, but
There you go.
Yeah, they want $4 million for it.
Oh hell no!
They bought it at $265,000. They want $4 million for it now.
They'll probably get it from some crazy.
They will.
Well, they will.
Crazy
They'll
person.
get it from somebody who's a fan or.
They've gotten a lot
that.
of like unknown,
and they won't sell it to them.
and they won't tell because they don't want it run like a circus. They want it nice, like a nice family to move in there.
Oh well,
Yeah, join the spirits, have fun.
I can see a real estate agent taking someone through here. You got 3-bedroom, 3 bathrooms. There's a T-bowl for every B-hole. Oh, and by the way, your new house is haunted as fuck.
Oh, by the way, you have to live in the back corner in this little tiny square. So
Don't look to your left. The nun is going to be
So
here.
that the ghosts have what they
So
need.
the good thing about
Fuck that.
about this house and my house is we know they're not haunted.
Right. You've done a sweep.
No, I can't have a house that's haunted because my wife has a wonderful gift to see.
She has a sixth sense.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So we found the dream house that we both wanted. Okay, everything was perfect. The whole house. We're walking in the house. Everything. We go in the one last room. She's like, "Oh, this is supposedly the one with the walk-in closet." She opens up the closet, shuts it, and says, "Nope, not taking the house."
What did she sense?
No, what she saw was
She
the guy
could see
hanging
him, yeah.
in the ceiling from the
A vision.
Oh, she'd
No, the
like
person.
my house.
There was like a real dude in the
But
closet.
He wasn't there. He was there to her, but not
It
to
was
her.
an
we
apparition,
can
a
drive
vision.
by a cemetery and
she's
she'll
like,
roll
"Hey."
the window up and go, "There's plenty of them out there saying hi to us right now." Like she can literally see everything.
Oh, she should come to my house. She can go downstairs. She can go to the basement.
She probably won't even go in it. She'll probably notice it before she. So my buddy that was actually our
She can see the
cameraman,
green,
God
the
rest
green
his soul.
lady.
Wait a minute, hold on, Adam, stop. Time out, offsides clipping. I've been to your house a bazillion and 9 times. What the fuck is the green lady and why am I not coming back?
The green lady she's down in the basement most of the time.
Are you sure it wasn't like 420 time? Fentanyl mixed in?
No. The children have seen her. Travis has seen her. Jen has seen her over the years. I talk shit to her all the fucking time.
Don't poke the bear, asshole. You know better.
I'm gonna wake the baby. I don't give a shit.
I'm gonna wake the baby.
Fuck it. But no, I talk shit to her all the time. You'll be in a room and all of a sudden shit on the other end of the house just goes down, or shit down in the basement will just move, and you'll be like, I'll talk shit to her. I'll be like, you knock that shit the fuck off and leave my shit alone, bitch. I talk shit all the time, but yes, ask Jen the next time you get a chance. The green lady is a real thing in my house. The dogs see her, the animals see her, and the children have seen her.
Is that your other wife, the green lady?
No, I've never seen her.
I thought it was.
I've never seen her.
I thought it was your other wife.
Yeah. The green lady. It's code. Yeah. Honey, I'm going out to the garage to
go
see the green lady. Wink, wink. I'll be in a better mood when I come in.
I'm glad I only go to the living room, the kitchen, the bathroom, and the backyard.
Dude, there's a reason the puppies won't go to the basement. The puppies will not go down the stairs to the basement.
There's a reason Chris is never going to the basement. I don't care if you got a trunk full of money. Chris, there's $15 million in a trunk down there. Is the green lady down there?
Have one of the kids go down and get it up for me.
BL, go get that shit for me real quick.
Brenton, go get that money. Bring it up to me. Thank you.
I mean, I'm not scared of a lot of things, and I watch a lot of these shows. When you brought up Taps, excuse me, I was like, oh, wow, you worked with them. That's cool. I watch a lot of those shows, and I've never seen something like that myself. I'm not going to say it doesn't exist because you've seen it. Obviously, you're fucking the green lady. So people have...
You know about the ghost at Sorrel's, right?
Oh, here we go.
There's a ghost in the ghost
You
at
got to talk about
Sorrel's.
Sorrel's is first.
Sorrel's is the Sorrel's, for everybody out there, is the establishment, the pizza place bar that I do a karaoke gig every Friday night. Come do karaoke with Big Herm, 9 to 1, Sorrel's in Jewett City every Friday night. But yeah, in the basement, they had, I don't know who it was. I don't know if it was Taps or if it was somebody else, but they've had people down there, and there is something in that basement.
I love Jody. That's my future ex-wife.
It's in the basement.
I'm not going.
I'm just saying.
I don't give a fuck. It can come up.
Ace in Middletown. Tell me that's not haunted. How many times do things fly off the shelves by themselves, or you open up in the morning and there's things on the floor?
That's because I'm doing it. I want people to believe it's haunted. Stay the fuck away. I want an easy day today when I was there.
Right? If I scare these fuckers, they won't come to shop.
Going back, I love watching these paranormal things on television, whether it's Taps or, a lot of the documentaries on Discovery or Peacock or what have you. And then I watch the silly shit with the Osbournes.
Yeah.
Which I think the only reason I watch is to listen to Ozzy ramble on for a half hour. It's fucking ball lightning, man. That was no ghost. It's ball lightning. Yeah. Obviously,
that man's still kicking.
Yeah,
and that is awesome.
God bless him.
Yeah,
he's gonna outlive us all.
He is.
I have to say.
Him and Keith Richards.
Yep. And Cher, don't forget Cher.
Himself.
So you've obviously met a lot of people along the way who are going to tell you these sick stories, and then you go to these places.
Yep.
Obviously, you've watched probably the Cecil Hotel thing.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And you've watched all this stuff. Now you get a call from somebody. Hey, I saw this, and can you come check it out?
Yep.
Has there been a time where you've gotten there and nothing?
That was my question.
I've done enough of those with the past couple teams I've worked with where they would contact us and we would drive an hour and a half to these locations to like a private home, and
it's just
we walk in and they're explaining to us what's going on. So I'll tell you this one story. We were there, we were working on this house. They were saying how they would always feel off, or like they would get dizzy after a while, or things would fall, they would hear voices. So we came to this place, and literally, like, within 4 hours, nothing was happening. The owners are still there. The husband kept going into this one room while we were in the living room and closing the door, like 20 minutes, coming back out.
Oh, the mysterious disappearing for no reason.
So we're like, what the hell's going on? So finally, he was so fucked up the last time he went in there, he forgot to close the door. So I'm on the couch with one of the guys, and I'm watching, and I point. I said, look, he's in there shooting up.
Remember, kids, crack kills.
He put the band on, injection right into his arm. I'm like, you wonder why you have issues in your house. I said to the guy, I said, we're done here. We need to leave.
Yeah, you're not seeing ghosts. You're chasing the dragon.
For everybody out there, heroin is a hell of a drug.
Yeah. So, I mean, we've had issues like that. We've had issues where we've gone, oh my God, our house is the most haunted place ever. We've been there for 5 to 6 hours. Nothing happens. We tried every little thing possible. Then there was one we did in Wallingford, Connecticut that was private, and literally from 8 p.m. to 2 a.m. nothing happened. We were getting ready to pack up, and then shit hit the fan.
We were going to say the last the entire
we were there before.
The only thing that was happening was you could hear their own personal cameras clicking.
Yeah, they were watching us from the hotel room while we were in their house. They had cameras that they controlled.
So you can hear all the wireless.
Yeah, so like for like the first 6 hours, you can hear them like, "What are they doing now? What are they doing now?"
Oh, that's horseshit. Turn your ring fucking gimmick off and let us do our job.
There's a camper out in the driveway where their son's at, and then the rest of them are in the hotel room. So I said to him, "Make sure we watch that camper just for the hell of it, to see if someone's playing games with us." But nothing happened with that. But until about, like I said, like what was it, 2 a.m, nothing. And then finally,
what went wrong?
That's what I was saying. So 2 a.m, what happened?
Finally, stuff started happening. Like, what was that? Like, you would hear things, but can't explain it. We have an SLS camera, which is a portable camera that sends out rays and can pick up things that you can't see, and it'll turn them into stick figures.
Yeah, it's spectral stuff.
Yep. So as soon as we turned that on, we had 3 of them right in front of us, and we're like, "Oh, hello, here we go."
Standing, literally.
3 a.m. is witching hour.
Right.
So things started happening, and then finally, like around like 4 o'clock, it finally stopped. But we found out like what was wrong with the house, which is kind of, I don't know if they're listening, but it was kind of a...
Nobody's listening now until we drop it on Wednesday.
Yeah, it's a private situation with their house.
Understood.
I don't really... I know they like to watch the stuff, but I won't let them... I won't tell them what's wrong with the house. But,
we're not gonna give up all their secrets.
They were great people that we loved.
They were
working
great
with
people.
them.
We were grateful to get the footage we did get from there.
Yeah, but we had a photo of a man standing in front of us. There was a big face right in front of us. We got the SLS camera cost some stuff. We put the meter on their bed. It spiked constantly.
It kept on going to 666.
Over 1,000.
Really?
We kept hitting 666.
And it would it was so cold I could cut glass, okay?
Oh.
In that room. That's how cold it felt.
The nippleometer says it's cold.
6.
Now, meanwhile, like I said,
0.6.
for 6 hours, nothing was going on. And then all of a sudden, shit just hit the fan. We were ready to leave. We were getting ready to pack the stuff up.
Again, as a complete novice, I just watch this stuff on television. I have to think that when strangers like you guys go into somebody's home, and obviously if it's haunted, they're aware of the people are aware of the apparition or the whatever you guys call it. You guys are strangers. You're coming in. Do you think sometimes that these spirits and or apparitions are just screwing with you? Like you were just mentioning.
Yeah.
Now we're gonna wait.
That's
we're
my
ready to
thing.
we're
That's
ready
my
to pack
thing. Like,
up and.
To be honest with you, last Saturday night was kind of like that.
You watch a lot of these paranormal shows, and it's an hour of these two guys fucking and fucking with and taunting with and talking all kinds of shit on a bunch of ghosts, and then it's the next 4 hours is them screaming their fucking heads off because the ghosts are reacting.
Yeah, so we went to a place called the Housatonic Tunnel in Mass.
The Housatonic Tunnel.
North
So
Adams,
no one makes it more than like
halfway through.
not even halfway
It's
through.
4 miles, I think. It's an active tunnel.
No one makes it more than a half a
I was
mile.
gonna say you get a mile most.
Yeah.
We didn't even make it 20 feet.
Tell me more.
So we get in there, and we're like, man, this is supposed to be like
Some shit.
the tunnel, and I'm like, dude, there's nothing here. And next thing you know, you hear like something like bang right next to me. Now, when we go into some places like that the public can get into, you always check your surroundings. You don't know if there's needles or something.
Right, right.
You always got to be aware of your surroundings. So I checked the ground. There's nothing next to me. Where I was standing, I was perfectly safe and everything. And we heard the bang, and that's when we ran because it sounded like something was charging at us afterwards. Like you could hear something running.
Like, when I
in
mean
the puddles.
run, it went it was like prehistoric.
Yeah.
It was like doo doo, and it felt like it flew down into a puddle.
Yeah.
And then started charging towards us.
So
And we were like, this was our first time working together. That was our first spot going to.
Check, please.
Yeah, right.
So we ran out.
Waiter, check, please.
Meanwhile, I forgot to hit record on the camera.
no,
And
you
then-
hit record. It didn't record it.
Oh, I thought I hit.
Oh.
You see the little light blinking when it's recording. Mm-hmm. It was recording because we were, and then next thing you know,
Nothing's there.
we ran out. We're sitting in the truck because it's, I don't know,
It was
like
cold.
10 degrees outside. So then we're sitting there like, damn, we didn't get the video. We gotta go back in. Next thing you know, you see these group of kids pull up. So like we're gonna watch them run out like little girls.
Here's a
We're gonna
photo
watch
from the
these
tunnel.
stoners get
You can actually
fucked
see
up.
the legs and the boots. Of
Yes.
them walking towards us.
Yep.
Oh my lord! Check that out.
And it was workers that died in the tunnel. The tunnel collapsed when they were building the tunnel.
Holy
So when
shit.
these kids go in there thinking they're cool, I'm going in.
You only got the legs down to the boots. That's it.
They didn't make it more than out of our, like we could still see them, like it just starts to go dark, and next thing you know they were in there for like not even a minute, and they all came running.
Fucking the fuck out.
So we're
And
like,
then-
all right, let's go back in. Hold on. Right, to this photo right here.
Then
So we go
afterwards-
back in. We're down in where we were, and I said, Mike, this is where I was standing. I said, you want to know what that loud noise was? There's a railroad tied spike. Now, when I checked the surroundings, if there's anything cool, or I'll look. There was nothing there. There was a railroad tied spike. So I picked it up and I put it in my pocket. And he said he took pictures of me.
I told him to go in there and take a photo. Look what's standing next to him.
Oh my shit!
That's off my camcorder.
That's off a camcorder.
Holy Moses! To the right, Mike.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you share these photos to our page?
Yeah, I can send
as
them to you.
Yeah, please. Cause
I'll text them too.
Or just put, you're
Or something,
part of the
yeah.
Dysfunction
Yeah.
Junction family now. You can share away, my man.
Yeah, like for everybody out there, like it's just a picture of him, and there's a face there.
Like the dude from the Iron Maiden records.
there's a
Like,
person
seriously, standing right there.
And now you get the people that go,
That's crazy.
"Oh, you photoshopped that." Well, let me tell you what. I can barely afford to put a tank of diesel in my truck every
That's
week.
straight from my video recorder.
We don't have $10,000
yeah.
equipment to Photoshop or anything. And if anything's Photoshopped, you can't see if it's Photoshopped. Like if you were to Photoshop something in front of me, you can't see this mic.
Right.
The pixelation.
All right. That right there, you can
that was
see the
huge. The head
surrounding
is
behind
huge.
it.
Yeah, it is. I don't know what's cooler in this picture. The scary, creepy Iron Maiden face. The what looks like smoke.
That I think is my breath. Because it was
be.
like 15 degrees out that day.
Or the fact that you're wearing a no holds barred sweatshirt. Good job, my man.
Well, who doesn't like some deathmatch wrestling?
Right? Well, I'm talking about, Hulk Hogan and Zeus
He's talking about- yeah, that's-
deathmatch wrestling.
Yeah, I'm talking
Banned
about
from the show.
like
He banned from the show.
I like deathmatch,
Those light tube gimmick shits.
sawzaws, weed whackers.
I'm done. We can pack up now. It's good.
We're all set.
We're off to.
I don't like doing it.
No, I understand.
Break it down.
So I don't know if we ever got your answer. What was your shit the pants moment?
Well, see, I don't know. One was they're pretty much tied.
Okay.
One was when it was when I was younger. I was into it, and I used to go out to a place in Summers. It's like a power tower line.
Okay.
In a tower, and they call it the Pink Flamingo. And it's because a guy was all high on acid and everything, and he climbed the tower, and he jumped and he said, Pink Flamingo, and he hit the ground, and his buddy was so messed up that he actually spray painted his splattered face on the base of the tower.
Okay.
It is
Interesting.
It's now since painted over.
Yep.
But you could hear like someone was taking a sledgehammer and banging on the railroad tracks, or which are far away, or the tower. And if you go out to the road and you look to your left sometimes, you could see this shadow figure. So we were there, and we kept on hearing, "You need to leave. You need
White
to leave."
people never listen to that.
No.
White people don't
So what
listen
do
to
we
that
do?
at all.
You stayed.
We stayed,
Of course.
you know.
That's
And then,
peculiar.
then they got to, "I told you you need to leave." And I'm like, okay, maybe it's your time to go.
Yeah.
Just maybe.
You done told us twice. You ain't gonna tell me
No,
a
that
third
was, like the 10th time.
time. Okay.
It turned from "you need to leave" to "I told you you need to leave."
It would only take.
That's when I got like, okay, maybe I should leave.
only gonna take me twice.
So I walk out, and then you look down to your left down the road, and the shadow figure was there. I said, "Oh, maybe we should probably leave."
Good God damn.
This is a very nice house.
Too bad we can't stay.
So
Baby, we gotta go.
me and my friend, we jump in the car, and my car won't start. Won't start. There's power, everything. Got a standard. I put it in second. My buddy's pushing me. It's kind of like a slight little hill.
Pop the clutch.
Pop the clutch.
Yeah.
Car still won't start. Do it again. Car starts. Jumps in. I'm hauling as fast as I can down this road. And this shadow figure comes in and it says, "I told you you need to leave." And next thing you know, we were off into the field. They grabbed grabbed the wheel and yanked the wheel, and I went to. That was probably, I don't know if it was because I thought I was going to die rolling, like if a car crashed, or the fact that it said, "I told you you needed to leave," and my car swerved. And then the second one was probably an insane asylum in...
Not the one in New York that we went to?
No. Down in southern Connecticut.
Oh. We had access to the one at Mohegan Sun.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
North State.
North
Yeah.
State.
So we were in.
We used to, it did not to stop you, but as kids, we would, before
We
they
used to hang out in there.
when they shut down half of it, we'd run the tunnels.
Across the street, we
Yeah.
would hang out.
Our cameraman who just passed away recently, he actually grew up in there. His grandmother was one of the head nurses inside Norwich.
If you ever heard of
Because most of that facility is on one side of the road. And
Yep.
then there's like that one building
down
over
on the right
Martin
side.
House.
We used to fucking get fucked up and
Let me tell you
Hey, my kid listens to this
one
show.
building down
We
on the
sang
right,
Kumbaya
we
and
were
hold
walking
hands.
down the hallway.
And we baked cookies, Emma.
By the way, happy birthday, Emma.
Yeah, Norwich State, we had that one incident where it was the right-hand building down the road, and we were walking down
Martin House.
one of the alley or one of the walkways, and there was a steel desk, heavy steel desk, like the
like
old
this.
school
Okay, like
steel
this,
desk,
but
you know,
solid
on the
steel.
left-hand side. So we're walking by, all of a sudden that shit went sideways and threw up against the wall and flipped over.
Nope,
right
that-
behind us. Whoop,
We
bam!
froze.
I went like this.
I
It
was like
so-
Scooby Doo. He was, like I almost jumped into his damn arms. Like what the no.
It was so quiet you could hear my butthole going.
Oh my, that is a butt pucker moment.
Oh yeah.
I ain't gonna lie to you.
That was hardcore.
And then the other building down the street, we kept getting on the
Oculus.
Oculus is up. You leave, devil, worship, and there was some signs of people devil worshiping in there. Which I mean, it cool. Whatever floats your boat, but not near me, please.
Correct.
And so we go down the main
The
granite-
beautiful ceramic, the granite
granite.
steps that they had
the
there.
mains there.
We walked down that, and then all of a sudden we had
uh,
like pieces of the wall
Wall
thrown at
fly
us.
right between
Like-
me and him. Bam! And it said, and then it came up and said, "Leave." Don't gotta tell me twice. To get in there, the step was where we had to go. The step had washed out
Yeah.
okay.
because everything else is boarded up solid. But the one door that we were allowed to go into,
Through the
you had
back.
to climb. You had to climb up
That's how
it.
we
Yeah,
used to
and
get
jump
in.
in,
We used to
yeah.
go in through the back.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
You
Well,
have
let
to
me
walk around through the back.
let me tell you something. That door was propped
I
open.
don't remember getting out of it. I think I
didn't
flew out
crawl.
of it.
I ran off it. I don't know how. I didn't break a leg.
Like the old Roadrunner, he left his print
Yeah.
on the wall
Oh,
as he
yeah,
busted
absolutely.
through.
Oh yeah.
I can imagine. Oh, and that you kind of answered one of my questions, but I have more to it.
Mm-hmm.
You mentioned the shadow figure telling you, "I told you to leave," yada yada yada. You see a lot of these shows where they say, "Oh, I something touched my neck," and they have scratch marks or they like a burn mark. Or has this ever happened to you?
Me.
Yeah, have you
It's
ever had
happened.
any
He
I've
he
done
gets
that,
the
man.
I
scratch.
scratched on my leg 3 scratches and it burned. It was bright red, and that was at a private location.
I get more like pain, like not like more like I don't know how to point it. Like we were I forgot where we were.
Was it Derby? That one in Derby?
Yeah, I'm sitting there, and next thing you know, my hand, hands
is on
like
fire?
no, like my fingers are like all like tweaked, and I'm sitting there, and I'm like, man, my arm hurts, and he looks down, he goes, look at your hand. Well, what the heck? Like my hand's like stuck. I'm just sitting there. I didn't even notice it.
She had this one chair in her house where the son said it was the devil's chair. Every time he would sit in it, he would feel rage. He would get touched. So I said, okay, let me try it.
Right. I gotta
I
sit down.
felt instant rage. Like I wanted to kill somebody.
Wow.
And then I felt the burning, and it was literally 3 scratches down the side of my leg. Bright red. And bleeding.
Okay, were you wearing shorts, pants?
I had shorts on, I think, that day.
Yeah.
Okay,
I had shorts on that day, yeah.
Just I know it's a
Yeah.
random question, but I'm just trying to get a picture of this in my
Yeah.
mind.
It was just her. It was her computer room, just the chair up against the wall, and her computer was in the middle of the
Nothing
room.
that could touch him.
Yep. Looked at all that, made sure, took my flashlight. Okay, maybe I rubbed up against something. There's nothing sharp like
You
that.
don't remember blacking out and talking?
No. They interviewed.
Wait, whoa! Time out, offsides clipping, blacking out and talking.
I
Tell me-
actually blacked out and
Like stepped outside yourself for a moment. Not even a
I
blackout.
don't remember it at all.
Yeah.
You're not even a blackout.
All I
You
remember was
just-
getting very angry, and next thing you know, they were waking me up.
Can you grab that real quick in front of you, Mike? Because I need to do this eye to eye. Mrs. Cronin is sitting in the room. Kara, hi.
She is super quietly the whole show.
I want you to give her the microphone real quick. Turn that sumbitch on, because I have a couple questions for you, dear.
Yeah.
And
she's got a couple answers.
The first one, because you guys talk about if you bring somebody in and something can get attached, are you worried about that coming home?
It's happened already.
She already knows.
It's already happened.
All right. I got to hear. I'm reaching into the cooler. I have to reach into the cooler for this.
go for
Kara, the floor is yours.
Okay. Yeah. So when we actually first got married, we were living in an apartment, and I noticed something a little bit different about him after he went to one of his locations. And
Stop it right there. It was our honeymoon. We went together. We went to Lake George.
Honey, I love you. Let's go check out that fucking
We went to Lake George.
Oh.
Babe, I have such a fucking romantic place to take you. You're not even going to believe it.
Oh, okay, that's what it was. All right, that's where it was.
There's nothing to do on our honeymoon.
There's ghosts and a tractor pull. What more do you want?
We literally went
Then
to
to a
Fort
ghost
William.
tour.
We went to Fort William Henry because we went to Lake George for our honeymoon, and I saw the sign that said "Ghost Tour," and I
literally would have been on the
"Please."
phone with the priest and
I
like,
said,
yo,
"Please,
don't
let's
even
do
file-
this."
don't-
And she's over there like pacing, like I can't believe I'm fucking doing this.
For
I
real,
can't
I'd be
believe-
on the phone with the priest. Yo, my man, don't even file that fucking paperwork. Nah, we're good. It's done.
So,
All right.
once the honeymoon ended, we came home, and that's where.
Back to
back to you.
back to Kara.
Okay,
please.
so yeah, we ended up going on the ghost tour. That was one of his favorite locations, actually.
William
When
Henry,
the whole
wanna
week
go
we
back.
went there, we actually we went there quite a few times, and we took the regular tour and everything. And then he decided he wanted to do the ghost tour. I'm not really big into all that stuff, but I was like, you know what? Whatever, let's do it. That's okay.
I love you.
This
and
is
I
your
support you.
this is your honeymoon too, so we'll do what you want to do as well. So I'm like, all
wanna tell
right.
me?
So then we get home, and I just noticed like a change in his attitude and everything like that. And I'm like, geez, I said he was getting very angry, and then he was happy, and then all of a sudden, like he wouldn't talk to me sometimes.
I couldn't even sleep in the same
He wouldn't
bed
even
as
sleep
her.
in the same room as me at that point. And I said to him, I said, are you like possessed by something? Because I have no idea what's going on. I said, your attitude just keeps
I
changing
literally
just out
broke
of the
down
blue.
saying, "This is not me. I don't know what's wrong with me."
The
Yeah.
vows are through sickness and in health. And
This is pretty sick.
This is pretty sick.
So we got my buddy Roland, who I work with on another team, to come over. I said, Roland, I said, I need your help. Something's not right. And then I had him come over at the same time too. And Roland,
Oh, the story.
we started
Way worse.
investigating the condo or the apartment. And he's like, all right, so tell me what's wrong. Show me what's going on. So we went and laid in the bed. It froze. It dropped by about 30 degrees to the point where you could see your breath in the room. And the meter went to 666 right next to me on the bed. And Roland's like, I'm going to take a photo of it. I said, don't tell me. He goes, I'm not saying anything.
I got a photo.
So-
All right.
Maybe I want a divorce.
While he's getting the photo and you're telling the story, I've known you almost 5 years now, and you're telling me this story, and Kara, you're telling me this story. You've always been like the most mellow human being I've probably ever met in the history of my life. Nothing phases you.
Yeah.
It's like water off a duck's ass. Everything is good when it comes to Man Mountain Mike. And now I'm hearing this story, and I'm like, Jiminy Christmas, I don't even know what to think of this at this point.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. So we moved on to the next room in the living room, the dining room, and we had our SLS going. And all I remember is I sat down at the table.
Like you're sitting here.
Okay.
Mike's here.
All right.
And I was gone.
And I was here.
I blacked out again. I couldn't remember anything. Don't remember a damn thing.
You don't even
As-
remember looking at me?
As soon as
Like
I
he
walked
was
down, he said my eyes turned black, and
Hey,
I
he
wanted to
looked
reach
at-
over the table like I
Like
was
he
going
was
to
gonna
kill
fucking
him.
kill me. He literally had his hands like dug onto the table and staring at me like,
Okay,
and
Mike.
I'm like, Mike.
Oh, that's how I look at the dogs.
Herm, if anything happens to me, the keys are in the pocket. Tell everybody where we are. Just take the car. Just go.
So
I'm tripping balls right now.
You got Big Herm with you, baby. You straight.
Well, yeah, you can summon the green lady and she'll be here in a minute.
I'm fucking scared.
so at
Like the Wonder Twin powers.
at this point,
I'm fucking scared.
All right. We're going to come back to you, Dare. Please, I'm more.
That's great shit.
He was given this crystal that's supposed to protect you, like while we were doing this.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you could throw this crystal on the table, and it's not going to break.
It's solid.
Solid. It was shattered into pieces when
We left the room, and where I sat, it fell below my chair, and it shattered into pieces.
That didn't happen here, did it?
No.
Oh, God.
Oh, this was at our apartment.
Did you guys sweep the house before you
Oh, there's nothing
moved
here.
here?
No, my wife came here.
Thank you. Okay.
There's only one owner of this whole house, so we're good.
And she moved.
That's funny because like Jen sages the house.
But the Green Lady still lives there.
She does, but the Green Lady doesn't. To clarify, the Green Lady isn't really a negative entity. She's an entity in the house, and she appears from time to time with no. She doesn't show up, or you see her enough for like me to call you guys.
Yeah,
and be like,
yeah.
no, there's somebody
Yeah.
here.
She just likes to make her presence known.
Right,
So if
but
you're
she's never like she's not slamming doors. She might she knocks something. She's a trickster. She likes to knock something off a
tickle
shelf
your pickle,
and make you wonder what the hell the noise was, or what the hell was that shit.
Yeah.
I'm the only one here. What the hell happened on the other side of the house? That type of thing. But yeah, she's not a negative entity. She's part of the house.
Yeah.
So, and that's the thing too, is I think they'll confirm a lot of that is
Residual.
on the
They call it residual too. Where if the ghost does exactly what it was doing while it was alive over constantly, like if it was known to I'm going to be in the basement or used to do stuff here and there, they call that residual haunting.
Yeah, like I feel like she's just kind of hanging out because she likes the place.
Yeah.
Not because, and there may be some kind of unfinished business, and I get that, but I don't feel that it's a negative. Trying to do harm things. She's just kind of there, and this is where she likes to be.
That's that. For instance, like, my dad comes to my house, and our cameraman, which was my best friend. I've known him since I was 18 years old. He was a brother. He died in my house. He's not there.
Oh.
He's not there. He's not there. He's not staying there.
We lost him a couple months ago.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Very sorry to hear that.
He came to the big locations with us. That's why we called him the cameraman.
Gotcha.
He's there just to annoy me like he told me he would. He goes, if I ever die, I'm going to come back.
He's fucking with you like a friend would fuck with you.
Yeah, exactly.
Great.
Like
I know what's going to
TV
happen when you die.
For instance,
You're fucked.
Yeah.
my smart TV, right?
Fucked.
Never had any problem with the TV. About 2 weeks after he dies, I turn on my TV, and all the little apps are like shrunken and like defunction. Unplugged it, plugged back in, same thing. I'm like, what the heck? Foster fixed my TV. I wake up in the morning, shut off TV,
TV's
turn
fine.
it back on, TV's fine.
Oh, wow. All right.
But back to the apartment thing.
Please.
After saging the house and cleansing the house, he was good.
Yeah.
He was back
Okay.
to himself. I started having weird dreams that I need to go back home. I need to go back home, where I grew up, which is Warrensburg, New York, which is the next town above Lake George. And I kept on telling him, dude, I need to go home. I was aggravated all the time. I wasn't angry towards my wife like it did to him, but I was just aggravated. And I had to go home.
On the general irritated.
And I told him, I said, I don't know why, but I just need to go. I was like, let's go. This was like COVID time. COVID really kind of relaxed a little.
Yep.
I was like, yeah, and then like I was like, let's just go. I need to go. So we actually all got in the car. Me, Mike, Kara, and my wife, and we headed up towards Lake George, which next town up is Warrensburg. So we drive past, or we're just about to get into Lake George, and my wife goes, zonks out, sleeping. We drive past Lake George, we get into Warrensburg, pulled into a McDonald's just to see, because I think you had to use the restroom. No. I don't know.
You're being called on the carpet, Kara. It's over. You had to pee.
So we pulled, and then end up just keep going. My wife wakes up. Her eyes are like, he said they were like
glassy black, and she kept going. Did we pass the pond? Did we pass the pond? I'm like, what pond are you talking? I don't know. Did we pass the pond? I'm like, I don't know. Bam, she zonks out. So I keep going, and I can't wake her up. She couldn't wake her up. I'm like, whatever. I'll show them where I grew up. Turn around. I'm like, you know what? Maybe we should just go get something to eat. We go back down. And as we're just about leaving Warrensburg, he gets angry, and he don't remember it. He's like, why the fuck am I angry? What? And he's like getting angry. I'm like, dude, calm down. We'll go get some food. Like, are you hungry or something? You hangry? Like, and I'm thinking like maybe he's like, what's going on? We pass the fort. My wife wakes up. He's normal. Everything. In front of the fort is the pond, the lake.
Okay.
So
is Lake George.
So we don't know
what. So I think that the person that attached to him, which they call him.
It was called him. It was an Indian.
And he attaches to men.
The story of Fort William Henry is after there was a couple soldiers that were left over after protecting. They were on their deathbeds, basically left to die. And an Indian called him came in and just destroyed them all, scalped them, killed them all, and everything like that. So supposedly the story is he lives under the staircases in the fort down in the basement, which we had access to that night.
So when we were cleansing the bedroom, or right before we did, I wanted to take a couple last pictures. And if you take the phone here and you look to the left of the phone, I think it is.
Yep. Oh.
You can see the outline of a Indian.
Yeah. Oh my lord! Look at that. Check
and I didn't notice it till like, I don't know, was it like 6 months ago? 12 months ago? I'm scrolling through my photos and I'm like, oh shit. And he goes, and I texted Mike, I was like, you see this? So I sent him I accidentally sent him the picture twice. I'm like, do you see this? Do you see this? It's him. Good. That's why I never told you, because I literally was like,
I'm gonna give you, Kara, a lot of credit.
So you can get attached. We try not to.
We have the opening. We do an opening and closing prayer.
Sometimes that bites us in some locations that aren't like.
Pisses an entity off.
Not only that, but it's like
sometimes
if we go into the house and do an opening prayer, they're like, okay, we're not gonna mess with them. We're gonna stay away from them. They're protected. Yep. So the thing we like to do is when we get there in the car, we'll stay in the car in the parking lot. We'll do the opening and closing prayer. So
and that's
we
for
don't
your
affect.
own protection.
For our protection. Yeah.
So it protects us. When you're in the house, it's like it's protecting any area we go into, not us. It's protecting everywhere around us. So nothing. We've noticed that. Like you still get some activity, but it's not like, bam. You know, like it's never really like right off the rip, except for like when we walked on Housatonic Tunnel. But I mean, and that one.
Now I want to go.
No, make sure you have a full tank of gas. We had over half a tank when we pulled into there. When we left, guy that was there was like, "Oh yeah, it's faster to get in town if you take a left, and then you go up to the end of the road and you take a left and you follow that all the way, and there's a little like small like shack like town, like it's like a very small town.
Yeah.
Like there's like 4 buildings, and that's the center of town." He goes and then you take a right and you go that way for like 6-7 miles and you hit a gas station and stuff. He goes over before you come into a little town. You take the main road on the left, and you'll be good. And that'll bring you back down to the center where before you go up the mountain to the Housatonic Tunnel. Mm-hmm. When we parked, we had over I got between a half and 3/4 tank. When we were trying to find our way to a gas station, the gas light came on.
Okay.
Huh.
We were driving down the road, and next thing you know, we're seeing signs that says snowmobile speed limit.
We were on snowmobile trails.
Jesus. And you stayed.
We ended up on the trails.
Snowmobile trails.
We were on the trails.
Thank God we had my wife's lifted Wrangler.
I'm going to go right back to this because I have to know. We got that little tidbit of information from you before we went hot. You've gone through all of this, Kara. You've seen it. You married him. You're all up in these ghost adventures, and now you're doing research for these guys. Is that correct?
Yeah, I actually like to do the history aspect of like all the buildings and stuff like that. Growing up, I was always really big into history and stuff. So I decided, I was like, you know what? I was like, I'm not ever going to any of these locations because I'm not cool with that. I'm cool with him doing that as long as he doesn't bring anything home and disrespect me in any kind of way, which so far now, I mean, all these locations he's gone to, he's been really good and he hasn't brought anything home with him. But yeah, as I said, I love doing the history. So I said to him, I found one building that he was going to be going to. And I was like, oh, by the way, I said, I just happened to pull out my laptop one day and I was like, I found a bunch of information about the building you're going to. And I came down, I had written everything down, and he was like, can you start doing that for every location that we go to now? And I was like, yeah. So it's pretty cool, yeah.
So if you're digging out the information, and this will be, we'll start with Kara and work our way back toward me. Is there like a what was the word I'm looking for here? Like it's your bucket list. This is a place we have to go and do research at. Is there a spot that you're looking at that
you have like
a
top 3 locations you want them to hit?
Well,
after you've done the research, you know what I mean? Like, these 3 fucking places sound fucking amazing.
Yeah, I've actually, I know that they're both really big into like the insane asylums and stuff like that.
Prisons.
So I try to look up the prisons and insane asylums and things like that, and I'll find what the most popular ones are, and then I'll write all the information down and I'll just tell him. So
that's real cool. That's really cool.
Yeah.
I like prisons. I don't know why. Insane asylums are pretty cool, you know. But like I don't know. We went to Mid-Orange State Correction Facility.
Warwick, New York.
In Warwick,
Yep.
New York.
Yep.
And it was both. It was like a boarding and asylums part prison. And I was fascinated with the places. I don't know why. I get like it's weird. Like he's like, oh, we're going to this asylum. I'm like, yeah. And he'll be like, we're going to this mansion. I'm like, cool.
See, I look at it, for me, it's more of the history, too.
Yeah.
I like the history of these places. Like Bob Mackey's, the music place in Kentucky.
Yeah.
I would love to go to that place.
Yeah.
Rolling Hills Asylum we're going to in Bethany, New York, coming up. And I love the fact of it because every single TV show has been there. So knowing that they've all been there and then we're going into it,
right.
has such an amazing feeling for me. Like,
yeah.
Oh my God, my idol's been here.
It's a known,
you know what I mean?
a known entity.
Yeah. And then I'm into the history fact of it, so we're doing like the Hinsdale House in New York, which was the daughter that axed her family to death.
Yep.
And like the Lizzie Borden House.
Yep.
And the Conjuring House. Like I love all that kind of history because we were big Warren fans.
Yeah.
Right.
You know.
Now, there are a couple places that I've heard of. I'm not sure they've ever jumped onto your radar. There was supposedly an asylum in Waterford, Connecticut, and an abandoned prison in Rhode Island. Have those?
See, the one in Waterford is the Seaside Heights Sanatorium or Sanitarium.
Yeah, that's right.
We want to buy.
I would love. It's up for sale. I would love to buy that place, but it's
Wait! You just want to buy it outright?
Yeah.
It's all fenced in. You can't get in there.
I'm looking at your wife's face.
She agrees. I took her there. We actually.
I get you in there. I got bolt cutters that'll get you through.
No, see, that's the thing is like we would love to do back in the day when we were just doing it for fun. Everybody did it, but now with where we want to take ourselves as a team, we don't do that.
Our reputation is contacting the state and getting actual approval of being on these locations.
Or the town.
You know what I mean? Like we don't want to breaking entering. We're not all about that.
You're a professional entity. You want to do it the right way.
So getting a hold of someone for like Seaside or say CVH right down the road. We want to do CVH more than anything. That's right in our backyard here.
I knew someone that was in CVH for
We
a
would
while.
love to go in the tunnels and everything, but the state is like, no, stay away.
You can't do it.
The access I had to do to get into the one in Newington, it was impossible. I had to contact the police. I had to contact the state. I had to contact the owners. They had to have the approval from the police department. They had to have the approval from the security team because as soon as you pull on that street, they come after you. The security comes right after you. Like, they're watching you constantly. So, to get into some of these buildings, they're like, who are you? Like, who the hell are you? What do you have to offer to get into our building? Like, are you going on TV?
How much should I let you
How much do you want to pay?
Yeah, that's the other issue. That's
okay.
the other issue. We don't get paid. Some of these places we have to pay to go to.
That just doesn't make me
It's
want to
messed
go.
up.
Yeah.
With the paranormal, it's not a moneymaker. It's an actual nonprofit organization.
It's a hobby.
Our objective is to get sponsors, and the sponsors will help us get equipment and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
So basically, our objective is to keep building ourselves up to where we get sponsors, we get put on YouTube to do YouTube Live, to followers and all that kind of stuff, and then we go from there. So basically, everything's coming out of our pocket right now to do these places.
Yep.
So that's the one downfall. And all those people like on YouTube, like Eric, he makes certain equipment and he does investigations all the time. He pays. Like, that's pretty much what you have to do right now, unfortunately.
I mean, our dream is to
Make it to TV.
We want people to turn on Discovery Plus and go, man, these guys are fucking dumb for going in that building.
I think that about every one of those things I see.
You know,
That's our objective. We're like Destination Fear, the show. We put our fear to the limit, and we want to make sure, like, we love doing what we do.
Yeah.
But the problem is, we've only been doing it for a year, and they're like, who the hell are you guys?
Right.
Like, we had the new prison, New Old Gate prison.
Newgate Prison.
Had everything signed to the T, ready to come in there. Oh, by the way, do you guys have insurance? I said, what do we need insurance for? She goes, insurance for the museum. You have to have $1 million coverage to come into this place.
Well, that's
And then she goes, are you filming? I said, well, we have our camcorders. Well, you need to have like this TV deal, like coverage type thing to film in order to go into this place. So like they have an actual paper for filming, and you have to tell like what organization you're filming for, where it's going, what it's going to be for, and then you have the insurance prospect of it. So we were like, okay, well, I guess we're not doing that.
No, not for that kind of money. Absolutely not.
That's the kind of stuff we fall into right now.
a lot.
I mean,
Now, have you guys ever thought about going to like Devil's Hop Yard?
yeah,
Oh.
I've been a couple times.
I've had some crazy shit happen at Devil's Hop Yard, bro.
We
I have seen some weird shit.
And maybe entities don't like me because I've been there dozens of times and
It depends on when
nothing
you go.
ever happens.
It all depends.
Dude, I was there years ago, back in the McDonald's days, with Smitty and a group, and we were out there, and
We're going 2 weeks in a row on the
There
McDonald's
was-
Smitty bit.
there
I was
was,
just gonna say, you were just talking about that, right?
we kind of got lost there, and there was people dancing. Look, all I know is off in the distance, there was some weird noises going on, and there was people dancing around a fire, and the fire was blue. And there was some weird shit going on, and all of us saw it, and we fucking booked.
So, at Devil's Hop Yard, I used to drive a tow truck, and I had to drop a car off, and the GPS, I put him in GPS to get home, because I was some random road down back, I don't know where it was.
Oh yeah, when I got there, this was way before GPS happened. We were fucked. I was like, we're gonna fucking die!
Yeah, no, so the GPS, I'm going down this road, and next thing you know, the road's getting smaller. I'm like, oh man, hopefully I can fit down this road.
Oh yeah, it turns
Next
into like
thing,
a half a car wide road.
and then a dirt and rocks, and I'm like off-roading with the tow truck.
Same.
I can't turn around.
Yeah, I was doing it in a Buick Riviera. What the fuck?
The Riv.
You
That's
know,
funny.
Unbelievable.
But the thing is, we do have a hard time getting into a lot of places.
That's why we like to do podcasts. We like to put ourselves out there. We do a lot of the Paracons.
Yeah.
There's a Paracon coming up in May that we're going to be. It's on the USS Salem in Massachusetts. So we got a vendor's table there. We're selling T-shirts, hats. We did a Paracon last year in Derby, Connecticut. We were selling hats and meeting all great people. It was awesome because there's actually people coming up to us, our table. Oh, we're huge fans of you guys. You know, we follow you on Instagram. We follow you on Facebook Live. And they actually want our autographs. Wow. So we were actually signing autographs, and we're like, you guys are going to make it someday. You know, you're going to get there. So
that's the greatest feeling.
It was the greatest thing. Like, oh my God, we watch you guys all the time. Like, we were at that place.
Same thing. Our listenership is small, but they're devoted.
That's
and
awesome.
they're growing.
Yeah.
And
They are growing, and I want to be clear. I'm not shitting on anybody.
Yeah.
But I'm a firm believer in a tight, small circle, and that's where we are right now.
That's
we're growing,
exactly
but
with us.
That's us. We're kind of like a grassroots thing.
Well,
and
Mike was there one night. Herm, sorry, there's two Mikes in the room, and a Kara and an Adam and a Chris, and just want to make sure everybody gets their proper press. And this guy is just eyeballing me all night at the karaoke bit, and finally I'm just like, "Do I know you?" He goes, "Yeah, you're from it." I'm not going to say the name of the old show, and I'm like, "Yeah, I am." He goes, "Oh man, I missed that show." I'm like, "I don't." Next, listen to the new show. It's up now, please.
We sound much better.
Yeah, we sound much better. Everything's flowing better, and we got Mike Cronin and Adam and Miss Kara, and everything's good. But yeah, it's a weird feeling as just a regular hometown Joe to have somebody at Stop and Shop, even the cart guy, go, "Hey, you're the podcast guy." "Yes, I am. How are you? Just let me get my shit and get out of here."
We were leaving the asylum down at Mohegan Sun, and this group of kids came up to us and go, "We saw your videos on so-and-so, Yahoo something."
Okay.
Like, "You guys are two Brothers Extreme, right?" I said, "Yeah. We watch your videos all the time." So, like, just getting that feeling is like, holy crap.
Yeah, you know,
like, we only have videos on YouTube. I don't know how they followed these videos on this other app or whatever, but...
There was one group of kids, I don't know, kids, adults, whatever, and they were like, "Yeah, we were watching some, like, off-brand, like, weird TV show, and we saw your guys' video on it, Two Brothers Extreme Paranormal. There ain't no one else." And we're like, maybe there is. So we researched, and we didn't.
Well, people share stuff like that all the time.
It's
It's
crazy.
not
It's like,
unusual.
Did we make it on the TV? Like, that's what I mean. I'm like, did we get on TV? We didn't know about it. Someone got to pay us if they put my face on TV.
Ain't nobody
Show me
paying
the
that.
McMoney.
Yeah.
Okay, watch this. We were talking about this in the car. What's like my one favorite word in the world?
Jones.
Thank you. Toyota owes me money. Did you see the Super Bowl? Did you see the Toyota ad?
We used to talk about the burgers that you were talking about last week, too.
Did you?
About the creations. Remember?
Yeah,
we used to talk
at
about
work.
it.
Did you listen to the show?
Yeah, that's what I said. I can definitely confirm that Dave created those.
Yes.
It was all of us. Like, I was like, fuck. McDonald's.
We went to McDonald's one day, and Chris is like, "Oh, I remember
We
you telling
invented
us
this
that."
sandwich.
Yeah.
Your wife's looking at us funny. Okay, I'm going to tell the Jones story, then we'll get back to paranormal.
Yeah.
I will put Jones at the end of everything. Oh, you're just moody Jones. You're happy Jones. Everything's Jones to me. Sitting watching the Super Bowl, and there comes this ad. Jones. Tom Jones is playing the
Tommy
music
Lee Jones.
in the background, right? And
Rashida Jones.
the people I'm watching the Super Bowl with, all heads go to me and go, "Did they pay you for this?" I'm like, "They stole my gimmick."
That's my shit.
Oh, it's terrible. Now, 2 weeks in a row, they owe us money. Toyota and McDonald's. Pay up, bitches.
People owe us money. That's
Oh my
how
God,
good
the
we
things
are.
that used
You're
to
going
come.
to meet a ghost named Jones, and they'll be like, "Chris owes me money. He stole
That's what always came through my earpiece at Ace, of something Jones coming through, and I would just start bursting out laughing.
Listen, Plywood Jones.
I would call one of the kids at work Propane Jones, because that was his thing. You go out and you fill the propane. Hey, Propane Jones, we got one coming out.
Then we have the random music questions. Mm-hmm. Good times.
Absolutely. Can't stump the Ayatollah of rock and roll, I'll tell you that right now.
Nope.
The real one, not the guy on AEW.
No.
So, what is your favorite thing about doing this? I mean, you've mentioned we're into fear, we're into that adrenaline rush, but it's got to be something more, deeper, in my opinion. Maybe it's baseline at fear, but What is your favorite thing about this?
Like I was telling him before, I just love the history of some of these buildings. You know, like the stories, the murder incidents, the scenes, the whole background of them. To me, it's just the fact of the adrenaline rush going into these buildings, not knowing what you're going to see here. You may not see or hear anything. But just like I told him too, is the fact of 90% of the buildings we're going to this year, everyone on TV's been to.
Okay.
So one of my idols, a lot of people don't like him, Zach Bagans.
I don't mind Zach.
Everyone will be like, no.
He's a little quirky, but he's one of the guys I like to watch.
He is one of my all-time heroes, idols. I look up to him. So he's basically been to 90% of the buildings that we got booked this year. So the fact of knowing that they've all been at these places is like, holy crap, like I'm stepping on the same place that they've been to. So that's what I like about it.
Like sacred ground.
Yeah, it's like sacred ground, yeah.
Now, one of the, again, I'm going to go back to our area, Connecticut, Rhode Island, Massachusetts. Yep. Have you ever had any interest in the Biltmore Hotel in Providence?
I've heard of it. I've done some research on it.
I've heard some strange stuff coming out of that building. Yep. Well, it's not from the workers; it's from people who've stayed there.
Supposedly there is some,
and the workers have never seen it or have never encountered it.
Yeah,
but it's always someone staying there.
There's a story I found about it. There's some history on it.
Tell me.
A couple suicides inside the place. But
unreal.
I mean, we just went to Boston a couple weekends ago, and we were doing one of the history tour routes then, and I actually ended up there another.
She's laughing, yeah.
And let me tell you something. Boston's got some messed up history.
Yeah. Oh, all kinds of fucked up.
Oh my god! I didn't realize how dark Boston was.
All kinds of people died all over the fucking place in Boston.
The best was the Boston Strangler. That was one of the best stories they told us about. Who actually there possibly is two of them, and one of them still
alive.
Still alive. Yeah.
And the most recent was 2013.
Who was? Oh wait.
I'm thinking 13 was very long and quiet in between since the last one. But
I'm thinking of the Hillside Strangler. My mistake.
All of the check marks on the Boston Strangler list.
And they took us to the room.
The MO was completely exact.
They took us to the original place where the room was, where the first murder was taking place.
Wow.
And the light was on. Supposedly no one's there.
When you said Boston Strangler, immediately I'm like, Kenneth Bianchi? No, that was the Hillside Strangler.
Yeah, that's the Hillside, yeah.
See, I got my murder correct.
Good job.
Thank you, Kara. Appreciate it.
They were telling us all this stuff, and I'm like, wow. New England's got some crazy stuff going on, especially in Boston. Massachusetts alone.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, I bet there's some great places, like, even if you went to, like, Fort Griswold.
Yep.
Where they call it Blood Hill.
Some of the, some of the places where those battles happen around here, there's got to be so much activity.
We just got a hit for Fort Knox up in Maine.
No kidding.
They just opened it up for tours and everything, and they're doing investigations there. So I'm going to try to get in contact with somebody to possibly get up there.
I don't know why I had a thought in my head and it ran away because you guys mentioned Fort Griswold. And I remember Blood Hill and
the bullet holes in the walls.
Yeah,
bloodstains still on the floor.
We took a ride to somewhere. I think it was Rhode Island. It's like we had to go down this long road, and then it's like you go out to like this little peninsula, and it's
an actual fort.
It's an actual fort. And you
the one up in like.
All right, I got it. Don't let me forget.
Like between, up above Westerly.
Yes. The crossover. Water area.
Right next to the highway, there's a tower.
And it's
Then if you go down further,
and there's a park and everything, and the fort's kind of built into the ground, into the house. Yeah. We did we did an investigation there.
I know this is going to sound creepy to a lot of our listeners because they know my history, and I hope you don't take it this way or anybody else. Obviously, as we record this yesterday, was if I'm doing my math right, the 19th anniversary of the Station nightclub fire.
Yes, it was.
Have you thought about going to the site?
No.
And I'm not saying for
just
privately,
not for
TV or movie or recording, but to see if there's spirit there.
I'm sure there is.
Because to me, I mean, I know people who are there. They all got alive.
As a private thing.
Well, the best thing to do is just get a voice recorder. So that's our number one go-to.
Because I've been to the site when it was torn down, fenced off, and now they've built that beautiful park. I went to the opening of it.
Yeah.
I've been since. I try to make a yearly pilgrimage out there to the park. But I walk around there. It's quiet. It's serene.
Yeah.
It's this. I just wonder if there's anything there.
I'm sure.
There's stuff everywhere. It's
Don't
just
tell me that, because now I'm not going to go to the gas station anymore.
It's what triggers it. What brings it out.
Okay.
See, the thing that people don't realize the most too is they can build a brand new house. Everything's perfect, and all of a sudden, oh my God, my house is haunted. Why? No one died here. It's a brand new house.
It's the land.
It's the land. It's the property.
It's the area.
It could be burial grounds. It could be Indian reservations.
Mm-hmm. Could be
Anything
John
that's
Wayne
by
Gacy's
water.
old house.
I mean, you never know.
Yeah, you don't want that.
No.
They feed off
Not that
of water energy. It's energy.
People just think automatically, oh my God, someone's got to die in the house for it to be haunted. No. It could be the property it's on. Like I said, Indian burial grounds. It could be anything like that.
You can be in a
never
house
know.
where 6 people died and it's not haunted.
This one last Saturday, it was recent because they started redoing the house. The family's like, what's going on? Our daughters can't sleep. Keep saying there's a man upstairs and a little child named PJ. And the man upstairs was named Charles, I think it was. Mm-hmm. I think it was Charles. And the daughters never were able to sleep in the bedroom. Go to find out, the original house is where her bedroom is. They built on and added on to the house. So go to find out, we think it's just the fact that they were building on. They redid everything.
They wrecked their house.
Yeah, pretty much. And we were trying to tell them, you just got to tell them it's fine. We're just working on the house. We're trying to make it up to code. It's better than what it was. We're here now. You need to leave us be, or you could stay. Just let our daughters be in peace, because it's not fair. It's their own home and they're uncomfortable to be in it.
Right. Those little kids did nothing.
They never got scratched, they never got hurt, nothing. It was just the fact that this guy just kept appearing in the bedroom. And go to find out, I did the research, it was the original owner of the house. Back in 1942, the house was built. Mm-hmm. And they just redid everything.
He just didn't want to leave.
Yeah, it was his home.
Wait, I saw a story similar to that, and I don't know if it was Zach's show or whomever.
There's just the kindred spirits.
The dude in the chair that would talk through whoever sat in that chair.
Oh, that was a movie.
Are you sure it was a movie or it wasn't?
That was one of the Conjuring movies.
Okay, thank you. But
Yes.
it's based on.
That was Conjuring 2.
Based on Ed and
Or
Lorraine
Conjuring
Warren
3, yeah,
going.
yeah.
Thank you.
The girl would sit in the chair and the old man would come through.
Yeah, and they can't see it, or if they did see it, but the old man is talking through her.
Yeah.
Yeah. We actually went down to where Ed and Lorraine Warren are buried, and investigated that cemetery, and there's something.
I bet everybody there is pissed.
There's something that's evil. No, see, there's something evil trying to get in. Like
they said the story is before they were buried there, it was one of the most haunted cemeteries in Connecticut.
I had heard that.
Union Cemetery.
Yeah, okay.
Right.
So as soon as they were buried there, things stopped. We think because they're there, they're trying to protect the cemetery.
Right.
There's literally a pathway right down the middle of it. They're on one side, there's the other cemetery on the other side, split down the middle. As soon as you go to their side, it's all bubbly and happy and nothing. It feels totally fine, no problems at all. As soon as you cross that pathway and get to the other side, it's dark. It's bad. And then we kept catching on our LSLS the figure standing on the outside walls of the cemetery, like it's trying to get in.
Like it would
Like
run.
like it's trying to come in.
Especially how.
It's like whatever it is keeping it out, and we think it's the Warrens keeping the bat out.
Okay, because I'm looking. I just went to the Google machine.
Stephanie or Union? I can't remember the name of it.
It's Union Cemetery.
Okay.
I'm looking at it now. I went to the Google machine. According to the popular legend, the White Lady ghost haunts the Union Cemetery as well as Stepney Cemetery in Monroe. Mm-hmm. So you were right on that one as well. Like other White Lady ghost stories, Union Cemetery's ghost is described as wearing a white nightgown or a wedding dress. Ed Warren claimed to have seen the ghost and to have a video of it. Mm-hmm. Which, look, cemeteries are scary enough as it is. I don't want to be anywhere near it day or night. However, guys like you, No Fear Jones, balls out, let's do this. We'll go to these places and see what you can find.
Oh, what's nice is they actually let you in there and let you stay there.
It's
all
closed
night.
now, but Washington's birthday may affect these hours. I have to throw that in there. That's the I wonder if they have any one-star. I'm not going to go into it. Buried my mom there. Ain't happy. 1 star.
She was eaten by worms.
Although that's.
in Boston that we just went to. What just happened?
Oh,
Which one?
Boston. More.
Oh, the
All
other
right.
cemeteries.
It's
So-
Kara's turn.
When we did the ghost tour, they took us through 2 different cemeteries. And the first one was all fine and dandy. And then the second one, they ended up locking us in
Yeah, the
the
lady took off.
cemetery.
Whoa!
The lady
Well,
took
we were
off.
like, wait, what's going on right now? She was like, oh, bye, guys.
He heard a
She locked us in.
He heard a
go.
noise,
And took
and
off.
we're like, "What is
We're
happening?"
like, what the hell? So we're just standing in the middle, like, what happens now? Like, what do we do?
It was crazy because as soon as she slammed the door, there was a lady hiding behind a tombstone. She jumped out and I screamed, and the whole group started laughing because I didn't expect the lady to be standing behind there.
You see his face right now, right?
I was like, "What is this?"
It
Yeah.
was pretty cool. It was where Samuel Adams was buried there.
No, Edgar Allan Poe.
yeah, Sam Adams was one of them, though.
Oh, yeah, I think
Never
so.
mind.
Yeah, Sam
Adams.
Adams was there. Edgar Allan Poe was buried there, and a couple other
Well-known people.
are
were in there.
buried over there.
A
Yeah.
brewer and a patriot, by the way.
Yes.
Sam Adams.
Yep.
God rest his soul.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so it's pretty cool. They told us the history of like some of the cemeteries and stuff like that,
You
which is
don't
pretty
lock
cool.
somebody in there and just be like, peace out,
Well, she
bitches.
literally, even the bus took off. The bus pulled up, let us out.
Deuce.
Oh,
Wow.
The
deuces.
tour
All right.
guide's like, oh, just go towards that way. The bus took off. Next thing you know, there's the lock. And she's like, all right, bye, guys.
Oh.
And we're like, wait, what the hell's going on right now?
See, but stuff like that would scare me. Like, I go to these haunted houses, like Halloween, you take the kids, oh, boo, it's scary. And everybody's pissing themselves, and I'm like, hey, dude.
Yeah.
Hey, dude.
That's how it is
Hey,
for me.
dude.
Me
But
and my friends used to go all the time. I'm like, I know what's gonna happen next. We laugh. We
But
don't
if
even
you
get-
but if
we
you
don't
took
jump
me
or get
if you took me
scared.
to one of these houses as your guinea pig guy, nope. I would piss myself silly. I don't know. If something touched me, if I felt the wind.
we should-
No, we should not, but go ahead and finish your
We
point.
should take him to a location and have you do the podcast afterwards about your experience.
You, sir,
Chris,
may
if I
fuck
can
off.
do these things, you can.
I can run this off a battery.
Great. Now I'm married to the gig.
I'm just saying. I just unplugged. We're on battery power. I can go anywhere.
Please hold. I gotta go change my drawers. I just shit
That was
myself.
the way I set this up when we did it. I could literally take this and
I'm gonna be
We
the
can
guy
record
from That's My
anywhere.
Boy with the extra drawers in his pocket. I'm not fooling around. But I've always
depends.
I'm getting to be that age. I've always wanted to have an encounter, but I always think to myself, you are somewhat fearless, but this stuff, the unknown, is scary. I don't know how I'd react. Would I have a heart attack, another one, and die, or whatever?
The part that scares me the most on these locations is the fact of that feeling like somebody's watching you, but no one's there. Mm-hmm. And then me
someone
being
is there.
6'4", 300 pounds, I'm the go-to guy.
Of
They
course.
fear me more than anyone. And out of all the investigations,
welcome to my world.
yeah,
You two would be
They-
great. All three of you.
I can tell him, oh, there's somebody behind me right now, and he'll take a photo, and there's orbs right behind me right now.
Dude,
Like, they come after me as the target because they're
they
like
don't
feared of
bother.
me more than anyone.
I'd be the victim because you got three big burly ass guys and me with just the beer belly and let's get the little guy.
I mean, it's gotten to the point where I've gone one-on-one.
I can see
like,
why
in the
you don't go
past,
on these
like,
adventures, Kara.
I stay put.
Good job.
But
Wow.
that's the downfall. Like, they're always after me first. They're against.
They don't go after him. Like, come to me. They don't scratch me. They'll push me. I've been pushed.
Okay, I have to be an asshole. Have you been violated sexually?
No.
I have been violated.
Do you need monetary
Hashtag
compensation?
me too.
Green lady.
I don't think
Hashtag me too.
Brought that bitch home.
Oh my lord!
Oh man.
She's my Saturday night
Go
delight.
to the wife. Oh, you don't want to do nothing? Don't worry.
All right.
I got the bitch that glows.
That's right. the Saturday Night Delight attached to me.
Comes and goes when she pleases.
The operative. Look at your wife right now. Oh my Lord, she is like, why
So
did
you're sleeping on the couch tonight.
I brought the evil into my home.
Dog bed.
Oh my Lord. Go ahead with what you were saying. Like, you've been pushed,
Yeah.
you've been touched. Not by a Catholic priest.
Nope.
Okay.
Not for lack of trying.
Well, $20 is $20.
Yeah.
Want some candy?
$20 is $20.
I'll repeat my poem. Roses are red, violets are blue. I have a gun. Get in the van.
That's
So they I don't know what to say to that one.
Just get in the van, Adam. Just get in the van.
But
You've been touched. You've been pushed. Come on. What else?
So they more or less try to get into me, like emotionally wise or anger. I forgot where we were, and I was just, I think it was the Conjuring. Was it the Conjuring house where I was just like sad, like just. No, that was the mansion.
When you say that, you got sad. Is that
Just like
Do you think it was
like,
just emotionally because of where you were,
whoever, like the spirit or whatever, like you.
That's
so
the,
like
that's
if someone
the takeover.
yeah,
comes over you.
That's the takeover.
they take over you,
And not completely,
so that way
but-
you can feel. It's like you can, like a out of body experience, like
Kind of
you know,
like
like
when a medium is like, I have a man to my right and he's angry and I
Yeah.
can feel he's mad.
That's-
except for,
It's not necessarily a person.
Pretty
but
much 90%
you
of
can feel
what
the
happens to
emotion,
us.
but
That's-
not necessarily.
Like all of a sudden
source.
you'll walk into a place and you want to cry.
yeah,
Or you want to get angry, or you want to like, oh, what's going on? Like you'll black out a little bit. It's just them
Like-
trying to mess with you, get into you, and let you know what they feel.
Trying to
yeah.
connect.
Yeah, them
that
connecting.
happens to me a lot. You know, like they, like
Meanwhile, I'm the one getting punched, scratched.
I mean, I get pushed. I don't get scratched.
You are a Giants fan.
Yeah, yeah.
You deserve it
I was
sometimes.
gonna
See the
say, so
gnome?
it's semi-deserved.
Yeah,
The gnome's
kinda.
even like,
you,
oh.
you brought it on yourself.
You know?
Brought that shit on your
Daniel Jones is a shitty quarterback.
It's because you broke that lamp in 1973, Eddie.
That's
He's
what it
not
was.
that old.
No, but I know that.
Why'd you break that lamp in 1971? You
You
asked.
broke that lamp, Eddie.
I say that everyone's always complaining about their teams. I'm like, yeah, you could be a Giants fan, or I'm a Mets fan too. So I get
Wow.
best of
You
both worlds.
double your misery.
Oh, my first ex-wife is a Giants fan.
Yeah. Yeah. At least none of you have to suffer like me.
I was gonna say you have to live with her.
Not like that, asshole.
Well, you guys,
Yeah, well, we commiserate together. Falcons,
commiserate
Giants. Yeah, we get that part. Oh, here we go again. You got touched, you got pushed. They're interrupting you, Adam. I'm trying to give you the
I was
floor.
done. I mean,
These two jamokes.
hey. Maybe they like to get touched.
Hey, like I said, $20 is $20.
It was college.
Shit, you get
and I was
20?
broke.
It was Valentine's Day and I was
200.
drunk. Get off me.
Right. I just spoke to a kid named Banana C.
If you guys ever have a kid, please, on their 9th birthday, take them to VIP Strip Club, Auckland, New Zealand.
VIP.
Dude, I can't believe that.
nude
That
strip
is
club.
hysterical.
It's
On
excellent
their
for
last,
a 9-year-old.
All right, I'll let
week's
Mike tell it.
episode, it was a comment that was written, and it was a 9-year-old boy named Banana. What was it, Banana
C.
That commented and wrote. I can't remember what he wrote, but I was.
I went there.
So
It was for VIP Strip Club, Auckland, New Zealand, and the
Basically,
review
the
was.
place is excellent.
Yeah, I went
Great
there.
place. I went there for my
9th
Dude, what
birthday.
9-year-old wouldn't go?
Yeah, right. You're just starting to learn who you are. All of a sudden, there's beautiful women, and this place
Next
had
thing
the
you
best
know,
I want their
reviews.
milk.
Bomb queen.
No. Real.
Kevin James comes out of nowhere. No, drink out of the carton, you little bastard. Oh my god.
19 months.
Dude, he's 48 months. That's 4.
Oh, that's 4.
I forgot. Back to strip club thing. I forgot what strip club it was. It was in Mass. This was when I was like 23. I went with my friends, and one of the strippers had her kid.
Hey,
I was like,
There's no daycare at
I don't
night.
gotta pay extra, do I?
For real, I went to the strip club and the girl was like, I'm just stripping so I can feed my kids.
Right.
That bitch got mad when I put 4 cans of green beans on the stage.
I would just bring formula. Bring formula.
No, whatever
Similac
you do,
pays.
whatever you do. I got drunk with my buddies were at a strip club, and I ran out of one, so I took my debit card and I went.
Yeah, they don't
Oh, you
like
can
that.
do like I did. I used to DJ a strip club, and my booth was on the 2nd floor looking over the bottom of the place. I used to bring handfuls of change to work. Okay, you know.
Yeah, I threw.
You
I
know-
put pennies on it once.
You know how they down at the bottom of the stage, the customers make it rain.
Yeah.
Well, I was the DJ in the booth up on the 2nd floor. I used to make it hail. I used to throw handfuls of change over the booth.
What the hell?
And just throw. I used to make it hail. I used to drop handfuls of coins.
Before I give you my next $1 million idea, I want you guys to know, Adam, Mike, Kara, this is the reason I drink. Is Big Herm, Michael P.S. Herman.
I am the reason.
Oh, so now you've brought up a fantastic point, and this is something that your researcher, Kara, can look into. Haunted strip joints.
So,
And if they have 1-star reviews, I'm all over it.
all right, so like there's one place. It's in out west
I knew we'd have a story.
that I think. Where was it? No, not me.
Don't look at me.
Oh,
no,
Where
this one.
one of the TV shows went. No, Zach went, and the
course he did.
strippers were dancing on the stage with Aaron.
Well, that was the owner that got shot and killed or something like that.
in the strip club.
There was a strip club. Yeah, they did a strip
I
club.
would love to go there.
It was like in Wyoming or something like
Yeah.
Did you say
that.
this was?
It was
Out west somewhere.
Nope. Best strip clubs.
I got one
If
in
you're ever
Oregon.
driving down 95
Maybe it was
to the
Oregon.
South, there is a string of strip clubs called the Risque Cafe. You can get a full meal and strip. You can get legs and eggs, baby.
Legs and eggs.
Legs and eggs every morning, $6.99.
All right, this place,
Yeah.
this place has now embraced this. I just want to read you the name. It was called Dickie Wonka's. Now it's called Dickie Wonka's Haunted Strip Club. Oh my Jesus donuts! What is this?
That's where Ghost Adventures went in Las Vegas or Nevada.
Nevada. Yeah.
Okay.
There's the actual place.
All right.
It was
link-
called the Palomino or
Palomino.
Club. Yeah, episode in 2019.
I'm gonna look that up.
That would be like.
Zach and the crew are in Las Vegas investigating the city's oldest gentleman's club.
Yep.
Oh.
Several
Sorry,
tragic
Not strip
deaths.
club. It's a gentleman's
guys
club.
need to go and do
Yeah.
haunted
It's a
strip
nice
club.
name. It's a real nice name. It's tits for tips.
Yes.
Let's be clear. Sorry, Kara.
That's okay. That's fine.
I feel compelled to apologize. You're so nice.
I mean, we'll investigate anywhere. I mean,
You married Mike. I can understand that.
Oh.
She's learned a lot.
All right. As we're winding down, anything you want to pimp, plug, or otherwise push upon the people?
I mean, we're on Facebook. We're on YouTube Live. Look up Two Brothers Extreme Paranormal. We're going to be at the Paracon in May 21st, 22nd, and 23rd on the USS Salem. We're going to have a booth there selling merchandise. Come meet us. Come say hi. A lot of great vendors. A lot of great special guests that are showing up at that. Check our YouTube out for all the up-to-date videos that we post constantly, and there's a list on Facebook of all the locations that we're going to coming up.
I'm totally going to look up the YouTube thing. I have to see this. Adam, any last words?
no, just follow us. Keep in close watch of our Facebook Live, and hopefully one day you'll see us on the big screen, and we won't forget about you guys.
Absolutely.
All right, appreciate it. And
Yeah.
Kara, what better way to end it? Any last words? A woman of few words. I hear the tribal drums in the background. That's our cue. We'll be back next week. We have no topic yet.
Yeah.
However, we always come up with something, and maybe I'll have haunted strip club reviews. You don't know. Thank you, gentlemen, once again.
No problem,
From Two
man. Thank
Brothers
you.
Extreme Paranormal. It's Mike, it's Adam, and the beautiful and talented Kara. We'll see you next week.
Sleep soundly in your beds tonight. Judgment falls upon you.